Hello, Monsters Around here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and fuck, I forgot to check. What part is it? Hang on, give me a sec. It's fine. Don't just talk amongst yourselves. It's fine. It's 12. It's 12. It's part 12. Of my Kugath campaign. Good. Well, jeez, every fucking time. Should be used to it by now. Anyway, it's hot. It's hot in the UK today. It's very hot. It's very hot. Fortunately, I do live by the sea, so there's a bit of a nice cool breeze. But I also suffer quite badly from hay fever, the old seasonal allergies, isn't it? And basically, fuck summer is what I've got to say. Oh, it's like a little starfish boy down there. Look at that. Didn't even notice him before. I guess little starfish boy. Yeah, fuck summer. Or some little Jeremys living their best life. Because it's hot, so I want the window open. But if I have the window open, I drown in my own mucus. So don't really know what to do about that. And before you go, what about air conditioning? We don't use. I mean, there are some places with air conditioning in the UK, but generally it's very, very, very rare. Very rare. So don't count on that. We usually just build our houses to retain heat because obviously we have wretched long winters. So we tend not to worry too much about the spanking hot summers that we sometimes do occasionally get. So it made me think, right. So obviously during the Horus Heresy, and I realise it's 40k, but the Death Guard and Mortarion, they went into the war, they got becalmed, they kind of contracted some disease that swept through the fleet. And eventually, after they could take no more, they surrendered to Nurgle. Now, as I feel right now, I'd give Nurgle my fucking firstborn for like half an hour not having to blow my nose. It could happen. Nurgle, if you're listening, get in touch. So anyway... we're moving to wipe out Kislev because this guy is a dick. So we need to knock him out. And then once we've killed him, maybe we can start enjoying the rest of the game without having to worry about fucking Kislev. I mean, we'll still have Cathay to deal with. But there we go. I mean, Immortal Empires it's on its way, isn't it, Turk? Oh yes. You know what? Someone pointed out a really good point. Rancius is kind of helping Turk over here, and I'm going to. Do we have your Elliot and Turk? We need a new JD, one on Twistable Stomach. But this, of course, is going to be one Itor. One Itor. There we go. One Itor. It's just going to go around just harassing people, making everyone's life a misery. Ab-libbing. And the new Andrew Wakefield. I want Pestilent Decay. So let's go with Woundmaker, I think, and then we can get Pestilent Decay, and then he can hit people really hard.
Way to share Nurgle's love.
Yes, sticky love. Let's go increase mobility, and then we get Deadly Blade for you. That works for me. We'll probably lose that. It looks like there's a bunch of factions taking stuff over here, which I'm not. It's nice to see Ostland actually taking some of the territory, which is going to make my life a lot easier. I think, maybe, probably, hopefully. We're going to take Castle Alexandrinov, and then we'll take Leblea. Hopefully at that point, the Wood Elves probably would have wiped out Ted. He's fucking useless, that guy. I swear to God. I've put very little effort into him, and he's just failing at every corner. It would be nice to see him do it, because there is... Because we do have this, right? I don't know, can we change... Oh, we can change... Okay, so we could do like... Where's Ted? Ted, you useless twat. Where are you? Demons of Chaos. Stronger. If we make them stronger, maybe they won't be so fucking useless all the time. Just to see how that pans out. I could nerf Kislev, but I'm not going to. We're just going to continue on. Close victory, medium casualties. It's probably fine. I'm not going to lose anyone. And I've got the replenishment to replace our numbers. We do have the right plague. Do we have plague? We don't even have the right fucking plague. The fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck, Nurgle? What the fuck? Kugath? That's better. That's more like it. There we go. All right. Good times. Is Erengrad going to be okay? Probably. Probably not. Probably not. Because our garrisons are fucking awful. I say I could have held Prague over there. I just couldn't be bothered to fight that battle all over again. Just seemed like a lot of work for very little benefit. And we seem to be okay up here. We're building some stuff, which is good. The public order is, it's not good. It's not great. Because we've got Zinch corruption, which is bad. This building used to like reduce the public order penalty from having different corruption in your. It doesn't anymore, but it does. I wonder if we spread, because currently that's. Could we spread? I mean, could spread plague into them, couldn't we? We could. We haven't really spread. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do this one. Is there anything that increases the Nurgle corruption? That's kind of what I want. Not really. Which is a shame. Ah, there is that one, festering, but we don't have that one yet. So what we want is basically to drop big play. Oh, you know, fuck! I need to do Kugath's fucking quest battle. I keep forgetting. It should be fairly easy now. I just keep forgetting it exists. I'm just living my best life. Okay, seeing as we seem to be good, we can come down here and grab this one. That's fine. Yeah, I think it is time to enjoy ourselves, to be honest. I think it... My god, how many armies have you got? You can try. You can try. Juan, can you assault? Juan Itor. Dr. Juan... Oh, Dr. Juan Itor. Fucking literally one job. One fucking job. Never mind.
Look what father's found, children.
Never mind. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not that upset. I'm not that upset. To be honest, if I get upset, I'll just get hotter and then I'll melt. So I can't afford to get upset. I need to remain very, very fucking chill. That is not helping. That's not helping me. Dicks. Do we just hit this? Or do we... you know what, if we attack this, he'll probably drag the reinforcements in, won't he?
Nurgle's beloved.
Nope, you're going to run away. Okay. Tell you what, if we lay siege to this, do I just... No, I'm going to encircle it and see if I can lure in everyone else. Maybe by laying siege to it, they'll try and attack me. I'm actually going to build this settlement up. We're going to keep this. Yeah, I know. I know. Alright, let's scoot over here. Again, probably not going to take that. We're just going to, like, hit all this stuff along here and hopefully then squeeze Kastaltin between the considerable bulk of Andrew Wakefield and Kugath. Like a delicious Kislev sandwich. And he's the meat. The tender, succulent meat. I don't like this increase in corruption. Adjacent provinces is, I guess, because there's two. It's kind of an issue, isn't it? It's kind of an issue. I don't really know what to do about it. Could could do this. Let's just try spreading the corruption, because if the corruption spreads there, it'll reduce it. Maybe we can call some rebellions or something. I genuinely don't know. How much plague have you got here? 6 turns. I mean, that's fine. Oh, it's getting down by 11. That's really bad, actually. It's really kicking my ass. Could wait for rebellion? Oh, you know what I could do? Let's do something like this. Anything... I mean, that will sort of help. Chance of plague spreading wouldn't be the worst thing. So if we infect you with bats, then that should spread and hopefully then resolve our public order issues. That's the dream anyway. Right, let's see if Castaltin wants to... Nope, he's running away. Okay. Well, he's not running away. It looks like he's trying to attack my undefended settlements because that's just the kind of thing he tends to do. What happened to that big army? Did they go and attack that place? We're going to obtain samples, obviously. Pox tally. Nice. Upkeep reduction, which is good. What are you doing apart from dying? And you could potentially attack here. Okay, we'll just bop you. Cultist camp? Sure. We'll upgrade you as well. We should have, more growth, which is excellent. The growth here should actually be pretty good. It's not bad. It's alright. At least this place has got plague. So that's making that sad. With slightly less sad. It's all coming together now. All coming together. Oh, hello. Hello, it looks like there's friends here. Do we have the right plague? Yes, we do. Okay, good. That is good. I'm not too worried about that. Cycle time for less... Yes. Yes. Okay, we do have Dmitry Kislev standing in our way. This is going to be quite a big fight. Good. I like a nice big... You see, this is what makes settlement battles interesting. Oh, I do like having the soul grinders. Makes life so much easier. So we're going to give them a little bombardment before we start advancing. There we go, leaving the soul grinders behind. So they can continue to pound the enemy fortifications. Well, I should say that they are very... I mean, they've got a speed of 77. As artillery, they can move pretty fucking fast. So we are up against it because 2,500 Kislevites stand in our way. Mostly armoured Kossars and Kossars, though. We have a few winged lancers. A lot of their forces sort of holding back, defending the city centre here. Consider them attacking. I'm just charging up the front gate. I'm just like, fuck it, let's go for it, boys. There's the Assault Grinders repositioning quickly, very quickly, and then continuing to batter. Oh, that's some nice. Oh, that was some nice hits there, getting smashed right into the Streltsy, giving that lethal poison effect, which is going to continue to then strip away their health as time goes on. Oh, some very nice hits there. Good stuff. Meanwhile, we're charging in on the other side, the other entrance. Getting those death heads to rain down on the winged lancers, doing considerable damage to them. We need to push through this engagement. Just smash through the defenders. And they're throwing winged lancers at us, which is not going to hold us back for very long. Oh, those death heads just doing a lot of damage. Now we're keeping the rotflies back because while they are fairly tanky, they will be the focus of a lot of enemy missile fire. So waiting to draw in a large number of enemies And then the rot flies, or the plague drones I should say. I mean, they are rot flies, but they're plague drones when they're being ridden by a thingy-majig. Plague bearer, that's the one. So they now come in and tie up these units over here and over here. Basically locking down this entire section of the battle. So now we're attacking them on all sides. Those rock flies, of course, being very, very useful, taking out those rear units that were laying down fire. So we've got the Forsaken, and there is Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. Forsaken charging over to assist the plague drones. And we're now forcing our way up onto the second level. We do have some light war sleds. Now these things, I don't know whether they've been buffed in Grimhammer, but they do seem to be relentlessly tanky. Now, right. So, apparently the reason that the light war sleds have horses is because not many, like, okay, so Kislev didn't really have any book. In fact, it didn't have a book. It had some entries in the Empire book. In fact, Catherine was one of the Empire special characters. You did have, like, winged lancers and dervishes. Kosovo, well, they weren't Kosovo, they were just dervishes. They were sort of like horse archers, basically. But that was basically it. And with what I will say is the actual sort of release of Kislev in Warhammer 3, which is where it was, people got a little bit uppity about the sheer number of bears everywhere. And I kind of feel like, look, Warhammer has been moving in a direction where factions they have much more character. It's been moving in that way since the mid-90s. And so when Kislev came out, they were like, well, Kislev are the bear guys, right? They just have bears. And some people didn't like that because apparently they shouldn't have bears because the old lord only had the one bear. But I'll be honest with you. I'm like, if they have magic ice weapons and bears, that's fine. I mean, that's the law now. You may have liked the old law, but that's not the law now. Move with the times, Grandad. Kislev is bears now. All the fucking bears. The bears have bears. So they've removed the bears from the light war, which is, I mean, it's fine, I guess. I mean, it just seems like a weird... You know, if that's the hill you want to die on, so be it. I will watch from down here, I guess. Talking of bear boys, we've got some bear cavalry who are the Oath Brothers of Tor, the new war bear riders, I should say. The new war bear rider cavalry regiment of renown. They're currently holding us back over here with the play drones coming down to mostly just stop this barricade from being built. We've managed to get Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman to sit on the barricade, which means even when this ticks down, it won't complete because there's our units on there. In fact, the Festering Stooges just managed to get on there just in time. But you can see it's on 0, but the barricade is not constructed because the area is obstructed, which is good. We've got a great unclean one in there. The plague drones tying up these units, and then the plague bearers arriving to mop up the enemy army, looking much diminished. We've killed over 1,000 so far. We're still having issues trying to break through these war bear riders. They're very, very tanky. Very, very, very tanky. They have physical resistance. Does everyone have physical resistance now? They have bombardment. Holy shit. Holy shit. They are slowly going down, though. They are exhausted. They are slowly being pulled down. And we are taking the objective over here, which is good, because this will knock down a lot of the defensive towers, which have been harassing us. I'm trying to get the plague drones out of here, because they have been taking a lot of damage. They actually haven't lost any members of the unit, I don't think. I think they're actually... just health has been lost. No actual members have died, which is good news. About to take this objective. There we go. All those towers and barricades now down. Streltsy and some Kossars in our way. Getting some shots off on the Plague Bearers, but not enough to down them. I can't wait for the Blood Pact. It's going to make life so much more interesting. So Streltsy trying to flank around us. I know I keep saying this, but I really do love the fucking Banner Bearers. They look great. Genuinely fantastic. Absolutely, I love those guys. They just add so much. I mean, it's weird, isn't it? But they just add so much flavour. CA, take notes. If Modest can do it, so can you. Poor old Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, is a little bit surrounded by angry boys with axes, which isn't looking great. Never mind. The Plague Drone's still being held back. We're just waiting for some more of these missile units to get engaged with our melee units, and then we can move the Plague Drones in to mop up. Moving the Soul Grinders up, and Kugath is stuck on... He was stuck on some... I thought they removed the collision from these things. Maybe Grimhammer broke it or something? I don't know, but apparently they still had fucking collision. So Kugath got stuck there. I've managed to maneuver him out of that, which is good, and I've forgotten to move him back, but he will get there in the end. We still have this little engagement with the Streltsy versus the Plague Bearers. The Plague Drones now coming in to attack these little individual units of Kossars. Should be fine. And we're pushing up towards the victory point over here. Kugath is meandering his way back, and we do actually have Dmitry Kislevov. He's rallied with only 995 hit points. It's not very many. It's not very many, and it looks like he's going to come and actually try and attack Kugath. He's like, I'll get him, but I'm just going to drop a rancid visitation on his head. Like that. And then he's going to lose so much health that he's literally just going to drop dead. Boop. Oh, he died. Well, there we go. Enemy Lord is down. The Streltsy are being overwhelmed. And although Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, is a little bit surrounded and taking a little bit of damage here, backed up by the Soul Grinders, she's easily going to be able to batter her way out of that little envelopment. And the Plague Drones are now taking out all of the units currently clustered around this objective point. And they can't take it, but they don't really need to. Meanwhile, the secondary attack group is still just grinding their way through enemy units, but successfully. They have killed a lot of Kislev, and they're running out of people for us to grind down. Just some Streltsy sat at the top of the hill there, taking little pot shots, not really doing enough damage to concern us. And we can always drop like a big heal on us, which is what we're going to do. We get meandering over in this direction to help out. See the Plague Drones mopping up their army losses, taking effect. All of the enemy units are now starting to flee. Of course, they do have that 20 seconds. 20 seconds of leeway just to give them a little bit of extra time. I mean, to be honest, they'd probably be better off just starting to run now. But they're still firing. But here comes the Horde, and there goes the Streltsy. See, that was a satisfying siege. I enjoyed that. More like that.
A new testing ground.
Felt like I could accomplish something once I'd taken the set. I wasn't just rolling through. That's what I want. More of that. Definitely more of that. Let's get a little bit more control here. In fact, actually changed my mind almost immediately. Let's go for the growth. And then over here, am I bothered about these settlements? Am I going to be able to defend them? Realistically, no. So do I actually want to build anything, or do I just cancel it all and go, fuck it? I think we all know the answer to that one. Let's get Lightning Strike, just because... Yeah, Lightning Strike is pretty legit. Is pretty legit. Spread corruption? Yes. I mean, corruption here is already quite a lot. And it's causing public order problems. I like the fact that, you know, they changed this in Warhammer 2. But before that change, you could never really, like, public order for AI factions was based on the difficulty. And at higher difficulty levels, they almost never rebelled. Like, it barely ever happened. But I think that should be something they suffer from. I realise that making the AI more difficult is often giving it bonuses. I get that. It's fine. Making an AI that can outsmart a person is tricky, but frankly, it's a lot harder to make an AI that is just entertaining. And while I don't think Total War gets it right all the time, and there's certainly issues with the... Jesus Christ, you guys have got a lot of stuff. You're actually invading... I mean, Zinch is doing okay for himself. I'll give him that. He seems to be doing okay. Cathay seem to just be hiding in their little hole, which is fine. They don't seem to be expanding into the mountains. Oh, wait, no, I tell a lie. They do seem to be there. Well, we're now expanding into the mountains. Ah, Pestilent Decay. There we go. That's what I wanted.
Look what father's found, children.
Do I merge these? I was thinking about that, wasn't I? And I decided not to, so I'm going to hold off. They're all blue. We're kind of using everything, apart from the Potion of Healing, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was going to give you the Banner of Hellfire, wasn't I? Quite like this. This is good. This is good. This is good. I guess that's the only bad one. So we get rid of that. We give that to you. And basically what I'm going to do is give that to Andrew. Andrew's just going to be a big dot boy. Anyone near Andrew is just going to drop dead in the game. Also, probably in real life if they just listen to the massive fucking twats. What a prick. I'm never going to stop saying it. Because he is basically a massive, just fucking asshole. God. It's huge, massive, gaping asshole. Lots of plague, savage blow, that's all good. How are we doing over here? What are you guys doing? You are just slowly dying. Which is fine by me. Now, I need the Falls of Doom, which is over here. Oh, we do have a little Kislev army meandering around. They're pretty dead. Oh, I could actually reach you and wipe you two out. That does kind of make sense. It's on the way as well, so you just bop you. I guess I'll take the money. And we'll head this way. Garrison-wise, that's not great.
No higher power than I.
We got the good plague here. Andrew could retreat back there. If they move towards it, we can pull back. Obviously, we do have some vampires this side of the mountains. That'll be fun to fight. I mean, we'll fight everyone. I also think I think... Did they fix this bug or not? Because I feel like they probably haven't. We just ordered on that one.
Our enemies are
Boop. So, at the start of the game, if you play as a demon faction, for whatever reason, you want to. There's more to. Anyway, the point is that every human faction that you meet will be at war with you instantly. But the AI demon factions aren't. Now, you may have noticed this if you start as Kugath, and you've got the Maggotkin here. Now, theoretically, they should be able to see the dwarves of Krakadrak. Because they're just across the wall, so they've got a port settlement, I think, somewhere. Do they have a port? Maybe they don't. Well, they should still be able to see them. I think they can still see them, but they won't necessarily start a war. This is true of a bunch of other factions. You start a war with them, with the sort of like human factions as a demon faction, but the other demon factions won't be at war with them until, and even once they've met them, their relations will stay 0. I think that's now fixed, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, there's Gestalten. So theoretically, like, Gestalten should be at war with... So if we check you guys. So I guess theoretically you may not have met.
Supreme Champion.
But you... Right, so for example, now we know for a fact that there were... That if you capture Bay of Blades, you meet the Wood Elves, don't you? As Ted. Now you notice that Ted is not at war with the Wood Elves, despite the fact that he definitely should have fucking met them. See, they have relations, but they're not at war with each other. It's not been fixed. Interesting. So I think that's one of the reasons that I think the player bias was so bad in Warhammer 3, was the fact that if you played as either Demon or Kislev or Cathay, you were always going to be at war with half of the map. And at the same time, your effectively friendly factions weren't going to be at war with them. So they would focus you, because that was all they could do. The only opponent they had was you. In theory, they should have multiple opponents, but they don't. They just have you. So I think that's why the player bias felt so particularly bad in Warhammer 3. I'm sure it's been mentioned, but I could be entirely wrong. I could be entirely wrong. Let's go with... we do want the upkeep. I mean, it's not great, but... We could get that. Then Renowned and Feared. That's less upkeep. More campaign movement range. It's just generally good stuff. I don't feel like Kugath really needs the melee line, because he is basically artillery, and you want him shooting and stuff. And if he's in melee combat, he's not really shooting at stuff. So... You realistically just want him to not be in melee combat most of the time. Also, we need to do his quest battle. I'll do that now. Now. We'll do it now. Hang on. Drip and bang. The settlement receives a plague. Goods. Okay. Let's have a look at settlement. Yeah, I mean... This is not great from a primary settlement, is it? Making fuck all money there. Or have we got... Now, either we have a great unclean one or we've got one coming along soon. I'm fairly sure we... Yeah, it doesn't come until the end. So, yeah. Even though we built that building ages ago, it's still not... Where did those kids... Oh, they're over there. Okay, well, that's fine. We can then move on the Falls of Doom. Grab that one. We will... oh, this will increase our corruption and in adjacent provinces. You know what? Let's do that. It's fun times. Okay, now I have been promising this for quite a while, so we will go and do Kugath's quest battle. Because I keep forgetting, and if I don't do it now, I will forget yet again. Okay, necrotic missiles, which is pretty legit. We should definitely go and get that. It seems good. Yeah. Okay. Let's kill us some dwarves. I like how it says Pyrrhic victory, even though we, you know, have a quite high-end army.
Slops are gravy, beggars crumb, finger more, and skip that thumb. I crave what I crave, and that is dwarven scum. I will have their hands and heads in my vice. So, best to infect them with fetid blood lies.
Ah, Kugath is a poet, and we didn't even know it. Okay, but probably about high time that we did this quest battle. Because we're going to move to engage the dwarves as quickly as possible, but we also need to be wary of the Iron Drakes, not to mention the Thunderers. Do they have Iron Breakers in here as well? Not entirely sure. Oh, those Forsaken are getting roasted. Yeah, they need to lock down these guys as quickly as possible, which is why we have the Plague Drones now coming in. Looks like they're going to do a little bit of spray with fire. Not enough, though. There we go. We've got them locked down now. They ain't doing any more fire. Now doing some flanking. We do have lots of enemy reinforcements that will be coming onto the battlefield. This is, I want to say it's the toughest quest battle in Warhammer 3. I think Archaon may have some slightly tougher quest battles overall, but Kugath's quest battle is certainly very, very tricky. Nikai's is pretty bad as well, but Kugath is definitely up there. You've got a slow-moving force, reinforcements coming in from multiple sides, including you've got 4 units of artillery that come in on the flanks, which is just a nightmare to deal with for you, particularly early game. We've got, yeah, more Longbeards, miners with blasting charges. Of course, that's quite nasty. So yeah, lots of very nasty units in this quest battle. And I mean, you can get it quite early on, but I would be not super confident about winning it. Oh, that's a lot of explosives. Okay, it's not too bad. We're getting a Blight Boil in here as well. Should do some good damage. Yes, wiping out half of a unit of miners. And then we're going to lock them into combat with the Beasts of Nurgle and the Plague Bearers now coming in. We're trying to get the Plague Drones to take out the Cannons and Grudge Thrower. So Plague Drones now moving over in that direction. Yet more dwarves arriving on this flank. The enemy general is fleeing. We have Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, currently in the midst of a horde of Giant Slayers, which is not really an ideal position for it to be in, because they're anti-large and they do a lot of damage. And yeah, no, not a great position for Dr. Quinn to be in, to be honest. Really starting to struggle there, losing a lot of health very, very rapidly. You can see just health dropping. That's very dicey, and you're starting to run away, but you're still surrounded by fucking grudge. Oh, that's not. Oh, bad. That's bad. That's bad. Heal, heal, heals, heals, heals. Okay, we managed to get the heals, and you're also trying to get the hell out of there, which is great. Might be fine. Your health is going up, up, up. Okay, we might just manage to save Dr. Quinn there, roughly. Still these horde of Giant Slayers. And then miners with blasting charges charging in as well. Over here, we seem to be winning this engagement. So once we're in melee combat, we should be able to just grind them down. It's trying to make sure we don't take too much damage from that blasting charge. And the artillery. The artillery dealt with over here by the Plague Drones. Very, very useful. And then the Soul Grinders also then helping out. Returning fire on the enemy artillery and blatting it. Very nice. Yeah, already taken out one of those, which is good. Looks like they're returning fire on the Soul Grinders, which is absolutely fine by me, because the Soul Grinders will take very little damage from that artillery fire. Oh my god, that was a lot of mining charges. Kugath is only a little bit on fire, though. He's going to get revenge with a Blight Boil, which does knock out half of that unit. Dr. Quinn also coming back, doing a Pestilent Breath, and then summoning in some Plague Bearers to finish them off. And other than the Slayers, who of course are unbreakable, this battle is over. I do think that quest battle is probably the hardest one. They do throw an awful lot of nasty shit at you. Still. A victory's a victory. I'll take it. Do I want to go replenishment so we can continue? Yeah, you know what? Let's take the replenishment. Got necrotic missiles. That's nice. So that gives us increased number of projectiles. Of course, makes us more nasty. It gives us no corruption, light attack, blah, 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 good stuff. All that kind of good stuff. Right, let's go and take Fort Strugov. Again, do I actually want this place? Not really, but I'm denying it to Castaltin. That's the key, making sure Castaltin can't have it. And then we'll just you know, snake our way through the north of Kislev, killing everything we can get our hands on. Let's make you hard to hit. Let's get Renowned and Feared, because that's a bigger boost of upkeep reduction than this is. So obviously it gives us like 4%. This is only going to give us another 2%. Also gives us a bunch of other stuff, so it just makes sense to grab that. And we've actually... Look, we're in the money. We're in the money. There's still... I feel like Nurgle should be... Now, I don't mind like having a rise and fall of income with Nurgle. I don't think that's a massive issue. You've kind of got the sacking income sort of like try and balance that a little bit, which is fine. However, I don't feel like the highs with Nurgle are as good as any other... Like, you could have all your buildings at their maximum income, and I don't think you'd get as much income as any other faction. So I think Nurgle's economy is pretty poor. I guess because it is unique, it is harder to balance, but it's fairly obvious, I think, that Nurgle's his economy is just absolute trash. So, I mean, just more money on his buildings, I think, would be better. It's worth just trying to balance it, making sure he's not, he's not literally running away with his economy. One thing I will say is that most other factions, the resource buildings only give income, if they do give income, for that settlement, whereas Nurgle is the entire province. So you do get more money from that. The fact that he starts off with fuck all resources in his starting province, and the nearest ones are owned by his nominal allies, is just fucking bonkers. The fact that the closest resources to him are probably the gems in Krakadrak, the iron in this province here, what is it? Kulak, or the dyes down here. So basically, if he's looking for resources, that's kind of how far he's got to travel to get to them, which is kind of bonkers. I don't know why they did that. It seems strange. Maybe they thought you'd advance in this position, but why would this direction? But why would you, when these guys, you already start off with a non-aggression pact with them? And I mean, I know Zinch is up here, but realistically, you're going to get attacked instantly by Krakadrak and the dwarves over here. So I mean, realistically, this is probably your second province if you're going to go for it in the City of Splinters. I guess maybe they thought you'd fight Zinch, but realistically, because of the whole, you're fighting most of, because Kislev's so strong, you're never going to waste your time fighting fucking Zinch, are you? It's unlikely to happen. The fact you're fighting Kislev against Kislev most of the time means that you are going to get that good relation with Zinch, and then of course he's going to be an ally. So I don't know. Fucking elves. Oh, God, those guys suck. Anyway, we are going to be continuing to mop up Castaltin. It looks like he's kind of on the run. We grabbed all of this stuff. I mean, he does have these provinces over here, but I think the corruption is going to do him in. Military crackdown, 5%. I mean, maybe not, but I would hope that the fact that he's in Norska and we're crushing his armies, I would hope means that he's not gonna do very well. What we could maybe do is try and get some of these guys. Is there any quick deals?
Yes.
Like
Hellish demon. Oh, wondrous.
I'd like to know if anyone would join my war against. Who likes me the most? Clan Gritters do.
Clan war.
They're already at war with them. You do.
Champion.
You are already at war with them.
Dominance.
You... Okay.
Welcome. May
Join
I
my
speak a
war.
bouncer for the souls of those you represent.
Oh, okay, thanks. You at war? Oh, you are at war with Castaltin. I didn't think you were. Okay, well that's good.
No.
That is good. Okay, fine. Okay, as long as you're at war with Castaltin, that's fine. That'll be another attack vector. We do have a little army down there. I don't know what they're doing. They're just dicking about. He's just taking his dogs for a walk, I think. In hostile territory, but sure, why not? Okay, we'll finish off Castaltin hopefully next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.